after this interest in more systematic neural network development, or actually, I don't know if it's after, it could have been in parallel, you were also working on code generation research. And I think this was also pre ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was actually, was it after? It was like it was sort of parallel slash after. It was like this playbook was a transition between me working on medical imaging and working on LLMs. Yeah, this was before ChatGPT.
It was before, because the Google research blog post about the impact of this code generation tool.
Yeah, we've
So,
been
and
working for a while on that
yeah,
project. So yeah, that's right. It was before ChatGPT. Um, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
so
Yeah.
I'll have this link for people in the show notes. There's a blog post from July 2022, which is 3 months, 4 months before ChatGPT's release. And the title of this Google research blog post is ML Enhanced Code Completion Improves Developer Productivity. So definitely ahead of it. And I mean, it's unsurprising now to hear this, because probably all of our listeners, any of our listeners that are writing code, you've got to be using tools to help you: GitHub Copilot, Claude, Google Gemini, ChatGPT. There's so many great tools out there for getting help with code completion. They're invaluable tools. But just 2.5 years ago, in July 2022, that wouldn't have been obvious. It might have seemed like a distraction or something that would have so many errors that it would actually take you more time to wade through the mistakes that the code completion was making.
So yeah, I mean, at that point in time, I already knew. Um, I mean, sequence to sequence modeling had been pretty big for a while. I guess it was first used in like the early use cases were translation. But I don't know. This seemed like a really cool thing. The early results were really promising. A bunch of folks that I respected on the brain team were really into this, and it just seemed like a genuinely cool use case. And I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know. It just made sense to me that I think something I'd seen before when we were working on the medical imaging stuff, or even like at this point in time, I'd been doing deep learning research for a while, and it was like, yeah, it was early, but it was also quite fascinating how quickly the models were getting better at just a lot of things. And every year, like the hardware got better, the size of the models got better, and yeah, and once there were signs of life that, oh wow, you can use this for engineering productivity, that just, I don't know, it just made a lot of sense to me. And um yeah, it was a cool project, and I'm really grateful that I got to work on this. And the team's really cool, and I learned a lot from a lot of them about a lot of this stuff.